today I'm going to be talking to you guys about hardcore mode on Battlefield 4. Now I joined the server the other day thinking it was on normal mode, didn't actually realise it was on hardcore mode until I started playing. At first I thought the server was broken because I was getting no hit markers, then noticed no ammo, no map, and realised it was on hardcore mode. And I was actually going to back out because I didn't like hardcore mode on Battlefield 3 at all, it really didn't suit me. But I thought I'd stick with it, and I'm really glad I did. It actually ended up being one of the best games I've played on Battlefield 4 so far. I did really enjoy it, and I recommend you guys would go and try it out at some point, and I'm going to explain why. And explain why I thought it was quite a fun game mode and why I really enjoyed playing it. So I'm going to start off with reference to something that Luton said to us all when we did the Pixel Enemy vs the World event. And he was saying that it seemed a shame to sort of stay away from hardcore mode on Battlefield 4 because it's a good way to actually level up weapons. Because it takes so many fewer bullets to kill people on hardcore mode, provided you get the first hit in, more often than not you'll come out with the kill. So it's a really good fun game mode and based on how fast your reactions are and how good your aim is. So it's quite good for leveling up guns, especially apparently the recon class. Now I don't play as the recon class, but if you play hardcore with the recon class, no matter where you hit them, it's one shot kill. So it's a really good mode for leveling up sniper rifles. But for me, I found it a great place to level up my assault rifles as well, because you can get a lot of sort of fast, quick, easy kills, and if you've got a weapon that's only got iron sights, you don't seem to be as up against it when it comes to getting little kill streaks to try and unlock sights for weapons as you are on normal mode. And the SCAR on hardcore is an absolute monster. Now on normal you can sometimes find problems with the SCAR, and I'll sort of discuss this in my next video of the weapon series where I am covering the SCAR, with the sense that it is a very powerful weapon, but it is held back mainly by the amount of bullets in the clip. There's only 21 bullets to a clip, and this really holds it back on normal mode. It's quite hard to take out a number of people at once because you find yourself reloading mid-fight and then getting taken out. But on hardcore mode, because it takes so much less damage to kill people, the SCAR is an absolute monster because it has only got 21 bullets, but you don't need much more than that because you do so much more damage. So it's a great place to get used to using the SCAR as well. I really enjoyed that. Another thing that I really enjoyed about it as well is I sometimes feel like a suppressor is a necessity on some maps on normal mode. Without a suppressor you just find yourself getting spotted too easily and getting taken out, and it's sometimes, especially on more sort of close quarters maps, you can't be as sneaky unless you've got a suppressor, and sometimes you want to try and stay out of view in order to sort of rack your kills up, play objectives, but it's sometimes quite hard if you haven't got a suppressor, whereas on hardcore mode there is no map. So you can play without a suppressor and not have the negative effects that a suppressor has on the weapon in terms of damage. So you really can get the most out of the weapon you're using on hardcore mode because you don't feel that necessity to use a suppressor. You don't have to worry about being shown up on the map every time you take a shot. Because sometimes you find yourself, you can see someone in the distance, but it is sometimes better just to let them go because you think, well, if I fire off a shot now and I don't kill him, I'm then going to reveal my position and it's just going to become counterproductive because everyone will know where I am and I'll probably end up getting killed. Whereas on hardcore mode you can take those shots because if you hit them there's a good chance you'll kill them because the damage is vamped up, but also if you miss it doesn't matter because the only way someone can tell where you are is if they heard your shot or they saw the muzzle flash. So that's another thing that I really enjoyed about hardcore mode. Also, on this server, the fact that there were no hit markers actually made it really interesting. And also there was no crosshairs, so you had to aim down the sight in order to know exactly where you were shooting. So it presented sort of a challenge. And I found myself, without realising, it was actually a fair while into the game before I realised there were no crosshairs and I was still firing from the hip and getting kills. So it's a brilliant way to get those sort of sensors up and get your reactions up and to sort of know roughly the region you want to fire in order to hit another player. You've got no assists in the sense there's no crosshairs unless you go down a scope. The only way of judging where someone is your own personal judgment. So it's another way to build up that awareness, build up those quick reactions and that judgment, and it really improved my accuracy with the weapon that I was using. So yeah, what I'm basically trying to say is I ended up in hardcore mode. I didn't mean to end up in hardcore mode, it just sort of happened, and I was going to leave because I didn't like it in Battlefield 3. But it's definitely worth a try now. I really did enjoy it, and there's many benefits to it that I wouldn't have realised had I backed out when I realised it was hardcore. I actually stuck with it and had a really good game. So what I'm trying to say is there are some brilliant benefits to hardcore if you want to level up guns fast, if you want to improve your aim, improve your reactions, because it is all about reaction times. You've got to shoot them before they shoot you, because if they see you first, you're dead. Simple as. And you can say that's the same in normal mode, but the significance of this in hardcore mode is so much higher and so much more integral to the structure of hardcore mode. So give it a chance if you haven't already. Don't just ignore hardcore mode. It was very refreshing. I'm not going to play it all the time, but it was refreshing to play something that felt different and more challenging. So I urge you all to go and try it out. But that's my summary of hardcore mode. Let me know what you think as well. Do you only play hardcore mode? Is it your favourite mode? Or have you not tried it out yet but are now thinking about it? Just let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe for your chance to win a pair of Battlefield 4 dog tags. The giveaway will start very soon. But in the meantime, you guys take care of yourselves and I hope to see you all very soon.